spinning your wheels, hamster on the wheel. The other thing it's telling me is that you are looking for answers. You want to know what the heck, what's going on, and what can I do about this? What are my options? And the third thing it tells me is that you're probably really very open to trying something that you have not already tried. Because if you had already tried it and it worked, you wouldn't be feeling the way you're feeling right now. I also hope that tonight tells you 3 things about me. The first is, I care. I really do. I care. The second thing is, I've been there. I've been you. I've been you so many times. I have more t-shirts and banners to show for it than I care to admit. And number 3, that I found ways for myself that I have then used with others that I know work, and I want to share this information with you. So I thank you. Thank you for being honest that, you know what, you need some answers, you need some new solutions, and for being open to hearing them. I do appreciate that. I want to welcome everyone that's here. I will be taking questions at the end. So for right now, if you don't have pen and paper, I suggest you grab some because I'm going to be giving you some tangible things that you can do for yourself, by yourself, to start getting the movement forward in your life that you really want. Okay? So please stay until the end because I am going to give you these really wonderful tips. Hi, everyone. Hey, Donna Marie, you're still up. God bless you, woman. Thank you for being here. I know it's kind of wee hours over there where you are, so thank you for being here. All right. Listen, I'm going to start with this, okay? You've heard it. Ask and it is given. Ask, believe, receive, right? You've heard these things. You've asked if you can imagine it in your mind. You can hold it in your hand by Bob Proctor. You have heard countless brilliant teachers out there in the world in all fields, especially in self-development, in spirituality, in health even, okay? You have heard that your mind is, you get that going in the right way and your life changes. And I have to tell you that is so, so true. All right. And before I get into explaining to you why that's true, and then I'm going to explain to you not only then why it's true, but how it works. Because once you know how it works, then you know what to do. And then I'm going to give you some things that you can do for yourself. So hang with me, all right? Before we start getting into all of this, hey there, hi everyone. I want to tell you a little bit about me. Now, for those of you who have been here with me on my page, Lightworker Erin Koczur, for many years now, you know that I am a certified psychic medium. Many of you know that I am a board-certified clinical hypnotherapist. I have certification in NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. I'm a Reiki master. And long story short, I am a person just like you. I would have situations in my life, and I'm going, this isn't how I want it to be. And I, would talk with my guides, my guardians, my angels. I say my prayers, and I get some stuff moving forward. And they always led me to another course of study. And the more things were put in front of me, because I realized that they were really divine answers to my prayers. When I would say, I need clarity on this, or I don't know how to do this, something else would come my way. I would meet someone. So in all of my years I have studied these many things from A to Z for myself. And then when I found the benefits and I figured out how they worked, I've always passed it on to my clients. All right. Hey there, Carrie Dodd. Thank you for being here. So that's a little bit about me. I am also a women's mindset mentor and coach, and I love teaching women that they are boundless, I teach showing them how to get rid of all of the things, that the conditioning that they've had since birth, and teach them how they already are unlimited and then how to do that. So what I'm going to talk to you about tonight and teach you tonight is something that is in my Boundless Babe coaching programs. Now, this works for anybody, male, female. It works for any age. I just really do have some programs set aside for women because, being one, I really have some good insight about how they think and feel and how to best help somebody. So that's a little bit about me. And now we're going to, this is a little bit of a boring part, but I promise you, if you stay with me, okay, it's worth it. All right, so here we go, guys. You've heard the word mindset. What does that mean? Mindset is not just your conscious thinking. Oh, hi there. Thank you. Girl, 64, that's fine. There is no, you're still breathing? As long as you are still breathing, guess what? It applies to you. So anyway, our mindset is more than just our conscious mind. I want you to look at my head then, even if you want. The top 7% of our brain, our mind, top 7%, that's our conscious brain. That's our CEO, that's our CFO. Those are the vice presidents. Those are the bigwigs, okay? The other 93% is your subconscious, okay? So think about it. It's a lot like a lot of other companies out there, right? You've got 7%, the bigwigs, that have this 93% that is doing all of that work. This is why your subconscious matters. You may not even realize this, but in that 93%, all right, and I wrote this down so I can hold it up because I know people like to take like pictures or snapshots, and I want you to be able to see this. The levels of our subconscious mind, that's where your identity, your I ams, that's where they were formed, and that's where they come from. Your values, your beliefs, yes, your belief system it resides in your subconscious mind. Your conscious brain gets that info and spits it out, but it resides in your subconscious. Your potential, what you believe you are or aren't capable of doing, able to do. And your behavior, your behaviors, your habits, those things that are automatic, that was formed and it resides in your subconscious, okay? And then we have the outside. So I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if holding this up, it's backwards to you or not, but the layers of your mind. So before, you've got your higher self, okay? I mean, we all are spiritual beings in a body. The body is a machine. It's a machine. The brain, the mind, controls the body. So everything that's going on in here, that's your computer programming. All in here. So when the things going on in your environment, your outside life, are not matching what you desire, the body is listening to the mind, which means your actions, your decision making, how you perceive something, how you respond to it. It's all coming from your mind. Your soul, your highest self knows what to do. Okay? But your 7% can only do what your 93% feeds it, because everything you have ever experienced, see, touch, taste, hear, feel, smell, everything comes in, and that 93%, your subconscious, it sorts it, it labels it, it files it, and it determines what is this, what is this, what is that. When you were born, you're an innocent. You don't know all of these things. Okay? And, excuse me, I want to talk about emotions. Your emotions, okay, you think your emotions start here. That's not true. Emotion means energy in motion. That's what the word means. Energy in motion. Everything is energy, including your thoughts. Your thoughts determine your emotion. It's not the other way around. And you may say, well, how can that be? Excuse me, I've got a tickle. Okay, think of this. A person walks into a room and they're looking at that room, right? And one person sees it and goes, oh, well, you know what, this paint really, not my favorite color. They could really do something about that. And, you know, maybe would be thinking rearranging the furniture and da-da-da-da-da. Someone else walks in and looks at it and they like, they feel wonderful. This is great and blah, blah, blah. It's the same room. It's the perception inside, and it's the thoughts that determine, do I like this or do I not? And then based on that thought, it signals down through your body the emotion. The thought triggers the emotion. There is no energy in motion without the thought. I know when I found that out, I really had to play with that one at first, okay? And wow, once I really got it and it clicked, I totally understood it. And I learned this when I was getting my certification. You know, hypnosis is delving into the computer programming of someone's mind and helping them to quick write a new program. NLP, the neuro-linguistic program, which is the study of our mindset programming. While we use it in hypnosis, there are a million ways that you, yourself, at home, no degree, no books, can also use it for you. And that's what I want to teach you tonight, okay? Yeah, Mary Ellen, I know. I have conversations with my 7% sometimes, and I'll be honest, I've had conversations with my 93% as well. I'll tell them, hey, listen, guys, hand to God, I'm going to tell you this, you're going to love it. But I was working on doing some new programming for myself, and I imagined this whole like big mail room and all of the carts coming in. We take in far more than our conscious brains are capable of knowing. I'm going to break it down to the small numbers instead of like the millions, billions, and trillions that I was taught. But let's just say for every 600 things going on that you're taking in, your conscious brain is taking in maybe 50, 60 of that. The rest of it is all being filtered. And if you put someone under hypnosis and put them back to a time, they can tell you everyone else's conversation, who was wearing what, they heard this sound, this was going on. Nothing that they would ever have been able to consciously remember because they were taking it all in but the 7% only gets what the 93% determines is important. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to prove to you, I want to do this like fun little thing with you so you yourself can get this concept that the body's a machine. The brain runs the show. The mind runs the show. I want you to imagine a lemon. And I want you to imagine there's this ice cold lemon. And you pick it up. And you can feel the bumpiness of the yellow skin. And you can feel how cold and firm that is. And then you take a knife and you cut it in half. And I want you to pick up half of that. And I want you to bring it up by your nose and smell it. And think about what that lemon's going to taste like. Ooh, right? And I want you to be like, all right, I'm going to take a bite of this. Just going to jump right into it. Anyone who has ever had a lemon, your mouth started to salivate. There's no lemon there. But yet, when I said you could feel the bumpy, if you've ever held a lemon, because your brain, your mind has done that, and it has sorted, stamped it, filed it, processed it, lemon, this, and it'll bring up for you that sensation, that energy in motion. It wasn't even so much an emotion that you were feeling, except for maybe connection, remembering, okay? Your mouth, right? Drooling, thinking about that tart lemon in your mouth. Again, you didn't have one there. Your body is a machine. Our mind is the programming that controls everything. And when someone talks about your mindset, what they're basically saying is, okay, let's look at your programming. Are you programmed to be more of seeing things like that glass half full? Or are you more programmed to see that glass half empty? Or are you programmed where all you see is the glass? Are you programmed that when you look at that glass, it's not about what's in it, how much it is, but what is it? It's water? Is it juice? Likes, dislikes, things like that. Our behaviors, our identity. All of this is coming from here. So what the whole ask, believe, and receive means. Now, I had to explain that kind of maybe more boring stuff to you so that this will make sense. Ask. Ask and it is given. First, you have to get clear. What is it that you really, really desire? And I will tell you that 99%, no, I'm lying. I'm going to take that back. 100% of the people I have worked with, 100% of the colleagues I have spoken with, and they've shared their experiences of their own lives and those of, without divulging anything, their clients, 100% will tell you it's not about the physical, tangible thing. It's about how it makes you feel. And the feeling comes from where? Your thoughts. Home could be because you want to feel safe. You want to feel successful. You want to feel secure. Money, you want to feel relief. You want to feel freedom from having to figure out how to juggle this, how to do that. Love, you want to feel appreciated. You want to feel supported. You want to feel connected. It's all about what you want to feel. So the first thing is get clear on what it is you really, really want. Believe. Guess what? This is where all of that mindset stuff is pivotal. Pivotal. This step cannot be skipped at all. If you do not believe if it is possible, or if the belief system that you are running is in conflict with what you're asking for, guess what? You just chopped it. You just pulled the cord. You are a magnet. You are energy. You are vibration. And you can be asking and speaking and putting out into the universe that energy that says, I really desire this. But if your internal programming up here says, no, I don't deserve it. Or, no, if I have, it takes from somebody else. Or, no, if I do, then this might happen or that might happen. See, here's the thing, what your mind was designed for. Your mind was designed to keep you safe. Its number one directive is to keep you from harm. Okay? The mind also doesn't know the difference between past, present, and future. Therefore, if you are going to do something that in any way, shape, or form, you have attached alert to that, your body goes, oh, the brain goes, body, stop. There's got to be something here. And it sends you that feeling of fear, or it sends you doubt, or it'll do whatever to stop you dead in your tracks. Why? Because you just gave it the red flag that said that something in my programming says no. So your body is going to then react and listen. And that's the energy that you put out. So, hey there, Julie. Thanks for being here. Cheryl, Mari, Mary Ellen. Hi, everybody. So that mindset's really, really important. Okay? So you got clear. And then, come on, guys, the mindset. I'll talk to you more about that because I'm going to give you some tips. So don't go away. All right? I want you to know how to use these and the why, because I know with that understanding you can apply it and you'll see how they work for you. But I got to go through this kind of technical stuff first, okay? So bear with me. And then we get to receive. I have found that when it comes to receive, the people that most likely stumble on this part are women. They've been taught it is better to give than to receive. It is better to take care of somebody else and self-sacrifice. And so there's this internal wiring that makes receiving uncomfortable. So if you're uncomfortable receiving anything that comes your way, your mind and your body went, uncomfortable. Gotta save her, gotta protect her. Nope. I can prove it to you. How many of you watching this right now, when you are given a compliment, instead of accepting it, embracing it, appreciating it, go, oh no, oh you're so pretty, please, or that looks really nice on you, oh thanks, blah blah blah. Deflect. If you can't even receive a compliment, you're so smart, you did a great job on that, without deflecting it, because you don't want that spotlight. You're uncomfortable. Can't accept at that level. What makes you think you can accept on any other level? And that all is determined here. You have programmed what you will and will not accept as being safe. Okay, so that's how ask, believe, receive works. That's how ask and it is given works. Okay? And if you can perceive it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Again, in order to perceive it, you had to get clear. You had to think it up. Okay? Really have it there. And believe it. And then there it is on the outside. Now, it may not always 100% come in the form that you maybe originally were looking at, okay? So, for instance, say you were like imagining this black shiny car and you know what kind of stereo you wanted and this and that. When you get down to it, what you really were vibrating in is you wanted something safe, you want something solid, you want something that when you sit in it, you're feeling good, you feel safe, you feel like you've accomplished something, blah, blah, blah. All right, guess what? It may be a different color car. However, that car that maybe someone says, hey, listen, you know what? This thing's been sitting in my garage. My buddy moved. He told me just go ahead and sell it. I'll take a couple $1,000 for it, even though it's worth way, way more. The universe answered you. It may not have been the same color, but it took care of you based on what it was you were really desiring. So please don't get caught up in that last outside picture. The universe will always, always, always do what? Prove you right. Listen to you. So that's why when I say what you believe matters, it's listening to you. If your mouth says blank, but everything else said, the universe goes, I don't know. I guess we need to wait, guys, because I started to send it, but then this, so let's pull it back and blah, blah, blah. So that's how ask, believe, and receive work. Okay? You got it? All right, so now I want to dive in with you to a couple of limiting beliefs that are very, very common. And now you've probably a lot like me, okay? How many of you have read all sorts of books? How many of you have attended master classes online and webinars and seminars? How many of you have watched YouTube videos? Okay, so you've heard a lot of this stuff, but it just didn't really kind of click. And I hope I am making this so relatable that it does click for you. Because I know that I struggled. Every time I thought I got it, and things started moving, I was like, oh, I got it. I'm manifesting what I desire, blah, blah, blah. And then within a few days, it was like this wrecking ball came in. And I'd look up and I'd be like, what the heck? Why is it every time I get going, I get like that? Couldn't figure it out. I'm talking studying for decades. I have been so invested in all things spiritual, self-development, energy, holistic. And so I was really, really frustrated. I gotta tell you, when I finally learned, literally hand to God, within months, my entire life turned around. And I could not be happier. And that's what I want for all of you. Okay? Like I said, psychic medium, I've been that way my entire life, and I have spent the majority of my professional life doing readings. And I'm moving a little bit away from that. I'm still keeping some going because there are people out there that just need answers, just 1, 2, 3, this, that, whatever. It means more to me to teach somebody they are unlimited and how to turn their life, any aspect of their life, into what it is they desire. So that's why I've really been spending the majority of my time coaching and working on coaching programs so that I can meet the needs of people out there, because honestly, I want you to be feeling as good as I do. All right? Mary Ellen, good. Yes. Lori, absolutely. Good. I'm glad to hear it. All right. So these are some of the biggest limiting beliefs. Oh, okay. I want to tell you one more thing. You know what? I'm not on a time clock here. It's a Friday night, and I've had a stiff neck for 2 days now. I'm moving a lot better than I was. I've been doing a lot of Reiki, massage, heat, and things of that matter. And you know what? My family even said to me, you know what? Do you have to really do this tonight? Why don't you just relax, go put the heat back on it? And I was like, no, I really am gonna be. I was like, I'm okay. If I come across a little bit stiff to you guys, I'm like, you know what? How can I ask you to be authentic if I'm not gonna be authentic? How can I ask you to show up if I'm not gonna show up? Everything isn't always gonna be perfect. I have a perfectionist issue. I know I do. Ask anyone who's ever seen me stack a dishwasher or put decorations on a Christmas tree. Okay? Trust me. But you know what? I'm working on that limiting belief. And every day it gets easier and easier. Because showing up is more important. Being authentic is more important. And knowing that right now, a lot of people are really not living the life that they would like. They are not feeling the way they want to feel. And remember, I told you, those feelings come from the thoughts, okay? And I want to help. So I'm here tonight, and I thank everyone who's still here following along. So whether you are looking for changes in your finances, career, relationships, romance, health, community, anything, you would be amazed at how many of these limiting beliefs are in play. And I want to let you know, those limiting beliefs, first off, I don't want to hear a single one of you is like looking in a mirror pointing fingers at yourself. Because if you do, I would like you then to imagine that Erin astral traveled to wherever you are and kind of went upside your head, okay? You come in pure. You come in open. You're like this. It's that subconscious mind. You don't start to get that critical thinking. Critical thinking doesn't even really begin until you're 7. So you're just this open vessel. And everything you are told or hear or feel or see, it pours in and it pours in. And you don't have labels for everything. You're given those labels. Someone has told you this is right, this is wrong. This is black, this is blue. This tastes good, this tastes yucky. Fire hot, bad. A lot of it was to protect you and keep you safe so that you can grow up. You're also processing, though, with the life experience, understanding, and maturity level of a child. Whether you were 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, even 10. You're still learning, you're still growing. You haven't got it all figured out. So don't you expect that you should have had this figured out when you were 1 or 2 and someone said, you may have overheard, money is the root of all evil. Or you may have heard someone talking to someone and saying, oh, that's such a burden. You didn't know the context it was set in. Someone may have been having a really bad day, lashed out at you. You may have seen something and processed it based on your maturity level. That's all it was. Think about it. This programming was being done when you were not in charge of the programming. All right? So when you hear someone say you have a limiting belief or you have a block or something like that, okay, so what? You didn't put it there. That's not your fault. It is, though, now that you are aware of it, your responsibility to say, oh, wait a minute, and I can do something about this? Okay, that's your responsibility. But don't you take on anything about whatever that inner programming is. Okay? All right, I wanted to clear that up. So, limiting beliefs. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not worthy. Not deserving. That is the number one limiting belief across the board, male or female, any age. Not good enough. Some of that limiting belief was created very innocently. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Di. Hi, Carla. All right, think about this. Now, I don't know where you are, but here in the U.S., and I'm pretty sure in almost all countries, when you go to school and they have the report cards, they may call it something different, but there's a report card. And it rates you. And that report card rates you on how well you pretty much memorized something. And hopefully what they want then is that you not only memorized it, but then you were able to use it. So what they're saying is that they are giving you a grade based on, they put it in, and you were able to make a program in there. So you got that memorized and you can pull it up. All right. Anytime that 7% said, hey, and that employee knew right where that file was, throws it right up, and then how to apply it, which means that that programming was so well done that it's a complete program. It wasn't just the memorizing. So you got a report card on that. And say you didn't get an A, you got a B. Some kids, they get applause. You know, all sorts of, that's wonderful, I know you really worked on that, because they were a part of their own programming there. It's work. Someone maybe got a B, and maybe, you know, their sibling got an A in the same thing. And maybe someone said, oh, you got a B? Oh, well, that's okay. That's good, you know. Or maybe they said, really? A B? Wasn't like it was that hard of a test, was it? Or you may have heard someone say to someone else those things, and not even to you. But as a child, you processed it. Oh, well, unless I get an A on everything I don't deserve, it's not good enough. I'm not good enough. There are so many innocent ways that limiting programming was put in. There isn't always a bad guy. Okay? So while you're letting yourself off the hook, consider letting a lot of other people off the hook too. But that's something I dive into with my clients in the program. So I'm not going to do that right now. But limiting beliefs, not good enough. It's number one. Affirmations. I'm going to switch gears here on you guys for a moment. So if you didn't grab that pen and paper, I would like you to do so now. Okay? Because I'm going to go through these limiting beliefs. I'm going to give you an affirmation for it. I'm going to tell you how to do that affirmation so that you can start tonight. As soon as we're done here, you can start your own reprogramming. You can go in and start rewriting over a limiting belief. Okay? So, here we go. If the words, I am not good enough, I don't deserve it, think about how many times you might say that. Okay? Oh, you shouldn't have. Okay? If that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, I want you to write this affirmation down. When I'm done, I'm going to tell you how to use it. A lot of people think they know how to use an affirmation, but I'm going to show you the quick, easy way. If that resonates with you at all, I would like you to say, I am enough. I am enough. I am worthy. If it brings you closer to the feeling of it, I am a child of God. God loves all of his children equally. I deserve as much as anybody else. However you want to say it. But really, if you can keep it nice and short in the beginning, it's better. As you go on, maybe you can expand on it. So your affirmation for that would be, I am enough. Limiting belief number 2, the biggest one. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. I'm stuck. I'm trapped. I can't do anything. I can't. Not true. I've been there. I've done that. And there were days when I would have argued my life that when someone told me that's not true. Oh my goodness. And I'm not a fighter. But let me tell you, there were days when I was like, what? And then I found out. Okay. I'm going to show you this. Sometimes the visuals really need it. See the comfort zone. Okay? They say that everything you want is inside your comfort zone. Well, duh. Think about it. If I already had it, I wasn't wanting it. I wasn't feeling a lack of it. I've already got it. I'm not going to say I want milk if I already have milk in the house. I'm not going to say I want a car to drive if I've already got a car. I'm not going to say I want this or that. It's already there. It's in my comfort zone. The things that when they say that you want are outside your comfort zone, that's exactly what they're saying. So what happens is you have to push this comfort zone so that all of these things that you want are now in there. Now, when you first start going to push against this, again, you have been designed to keep yourself safe. So your body doesn't know the difference between, it just knows fight or flight. So anything that makes you feel that you start thinking, because those beliefs trigger those feelings. You feel uncomfortable. You feel unsafe. Your body, your brain says, okay, stop. You don't feel safe. There's fear. My job's to keep you safe. And it doesn't know, is that a true life and death danger or not? You're the one that knows that. You have to make that conscious, up here, the 7%, decision to tell your 93, it's okay, guys. This is not life or death. It may not feel really good right now because you're not used to it. Okay? However, it's not life or death. As you push that little bit of discomfort, those things are now inside your comfort zone. So when someone says they're stuck, I will tell you that there is always at least one other choice. It may not seem obvious. I get that. I am going to tell you, though, 100%, there is always at least one other choice. Now, that other choice may not feel great, but that's taking you outside of your comfort zone. You ever hear the saying, better the devil you know than the devil you don't? Okay? Taking that chance feels uncomfortable. Or it may not be your ideal. If it's not life or death, you have choices. Living in the past. Living in the past is hard. And yet, you do not have to stay there. Again, I'm going to tell you, your brain does not know the difference between past, present, and future. I'm sure, like I said, you've probably read Louise Hay, Wayne Dyer, Joe Dispenza, Joe Vitale, Bob Proctor. I mean, how many are out there? And they have told you that if you can really see it and feel it in your mind, guess what? Your brain doesn't know it's not already there or it's not already happening. And that's what happens with the past. When you are dwelled in the past, when you are dwelling on past situations, past relationships, past events that make you feel scared, sad, hurt, all sorts of things. Your body doesn't know. Your brain doesn't know it isn't still happening. Its job is to protect you. So now you're already feeling awful. So you're on high alert. Do you think your brain is now saying, okay, good, let's try something else? Not unless you're in flight mode. Okay? Living in the past. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I skipped an affirmation. All right, so for not good enough, it is, I am enough. I am worthy. If you feel stuck, I have choices. I am confident in my decision making. I have choices. I am confident in my decision making. Living in the past. All is well. This is the present, and all is well. All is well. See, when you say that all is well, again, the brain doesn't know past, present, future. So it reprograms across the board. Okay? Money. I've already told you. It's better to give than to receive. A lot of people have heard, rich people are jerks, or the people that drive those cars, blah, blah, blah. Or, well, how come they've got it? I work my buns off too. How come I don't have it? It's not fair. You know what? If I suddenly make a lot of money, or I come into an inheritance, or I appear to be doing well, people are going to come to me with their hands out. I'm going to have to worry about who's using me for my money, or my position, or my status, and who's a true friend. All sorts of negative things. So, here you are going, oh dear God, please. If I could just make this much, and I could do this for myself and my family, and I would help this person, and I would do that. Come on, really. All right, so you've got that. And yet on the inside, you have those limiting beliefs that having money, it's not going to be good. And you don't even realize. I've been there, guys. I'm not laughing at you. Hand to God. I'm sorry. I'm giggling at myself. Because you don't even realize this limiting belief that if I have, it's going to be taken away. I can't trust this, that, da, da, da. So guess what? You pumped out to the universe. No. Got to keep her safe. Got to keep her safe. So the universe says, okay, I'll cancel the order. Or you have people like those that win the lottery. Statistics show you. Statistics. 80, 90% of the people who come into a big amount of money within no time is gone. Why? That limiting belief is not going to let them hold on to that money. All sorts of things come up. We are energy in motion. So if that is a limiting belief that maybe resonates with you, I would like you to then write down this affirmation. This is one that I've used. It is safe for me to have. It is safe for me to have riches. It is safe for me to have money. It is safe for me to be wealthy. It is safe for me to be well off. Whatever words work for you. Whatever words you feel comfortable with right now. Okay? It is safe. And remember, stay till the end because I'm going to show you how to use these. Right now, I just want you writing them down. I'm not lucky. A lot of people think it's about luck. Nope. It's not about luck. Now, guess what, guys? Good things happen to everyone. Crappy things happen to everyone. There isn't a person on this planet who has not at some time dealt with something. Some are horrific. But you know what? It's not for us to decide how upsetting or how horrific something is. Okay, I know there's a lot of stuff that we could all probably agree on. But you know what? We're all different. And the impact of stuff all hits us differently. Okay? But thinking about lucky versus unlucky, it really isn't true. It has to do with, part of it's going to be your chart, what you charted before you got here, what you charted to experience, okay? But a big part of it goes back to that mindset. If you think you're unlucky, if you think Murphy's Law, or I'm not going to say I'm going to jinx, or if you think that, guess what? That's what happens. Am I saying that if you have the most rosy mindset, something is never going to happen? That's not true. We're human, okay? And we're here to experience, and we do experience. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. And everything is about growth. Whether you're a tree, a tadpole, or a person, you grow. You keep growing and you keep evolving until you're done. And the other thing, divine timing, or I'm not ready. Okay, let me talk to you about this for a minute. Almost no one is 100% ready. And if you wait until you think, now here's that key word, did you catch it? You think, that mindset again, that you're ready, you're not going to accomplish a lot. And divine timing, but divine timing still requires action. It still requires action. Even if I go back to, oh, sorry about that. Thank you, Cheryl. If you think you're not lucky, I want you to say, I am the luckiest person. I am the luckiest person. I am luck personified. I have the best luck. I have the best luck. I have the best luck. And if you play with that one, I'd like you to play a little game too. Start looking for ways that you're lucky once you start saying that. You may find a penny, get a good parking spot, get the best seat at a diner. You know, you may find a product you were looking for and suddenly there it is. Those little things. Song that you love comes on the radio. So many ways. Say that to yourself. I have the best luck. But the whole divine timing thing, and I'm not ready, guess what? They require action. Even in that ask, believe, receive, there's action involved. You had to ask. You had to believe. That's action. And then you have to make the decision to receive and be ready and looking for it. And accept it. Those are all actions. Divine timing requires action. So if you do want something, get up. Even the smallest baby step takes you closer to it. And that baby step, that action, is energy. It's energy in motion, which gets that energy going, which gets that coming to you. Okay? So these are really, really important. Now, I do want to let you know that, as I said, I have coaching programs. Right now, I am coaching women. I have the Boundless Babe coaching programs, and it is to work on mindset. I help you to get clear on what it is you really want. I help you then, once we've got your goal, a goal really is just a dream with a deadline, okay? If you just keep it in the dream state and you don't take any action and kind of give it a time frame, it stays in a dream state. Okay, so I help them. Let's figure out what that goal is. And then I work with them. And I have a program that I customize to them to break down the steps. So it's no running, it's no hurdling, it's no sprinting, but guided steps to get them from where they are to where they want to be. And depending on which program we're in, I do have a 4-month intensive where we go through the big 5, the whole big 5 limiting belief systems, okay? And the things that hold you back on the inside that affect the identity, that affect your behaviors, that affect your potential, that affect, your belief system. And that is anger, sadness, hurt, fear, and guilt. We bust through all of those. And I'm just going to take a moment to tell you that when I learned these, I thank you so much, Mary Ellen. Don't go away, Mary Ellen, because I'm still going to tell you how to use those affirmations. There's a way, a proven scientific way of using affirmations to reprogram. I love when science finally starts catching up. Anyway, I did one of the techniques that I learned that I use in my program and I use with my coaching clients. That is a method to identify a limiting belief system, dismantle it. And I decided to work on fear. And I thought I knew the things I was afraid of, and I was like, okay, cool, but obviously before I'm going to do it with anyone else, I took this to learn to do for myself. And of course I need to do for myself. Well, when I did the fear technique and I opened my eyes, I felt like I was looking through new eyes. Everything was different. Everything had changed. Everything. And I had such crystal clear knowing, understanding. It was just epiphany of exactly what I did not realize. How many decisions I made in my life came from a place of fear. I did not realize how many behaviors and habits in my life came from a place of fear. I did not believe how many of my I ams, my identity, my potential was through a fear filter. I had no idea. And once I broke through that, I'm telling you, bam, that alone totally catapulted me and changed my life within weeks. So, that's just one. Imagine when you do all 5. Oh, okay. So anyway, here is how to use those affirmations. And then I'm going to give you a couple of other exercises and things you can do in addition to affirmations. Again, this is up to you. I just want you to know that there are tools out there. Some of them, yes, I'll be honest, it's best to work with a coach. It's best to work with a mentor. Why? A, they've been there, done that. B, got the training. Okay. C, when you are looking to make big changes in your life, having someone by your side to walk with you, accountability, and it also lets you know you're not alone. You have someone to talk to, things that as they pop up, there's a lot of really, really good reasons for it. So, but these are things that you can do with yourself, for yourself. And let's talk about nighttime. The 10 minutes before you go to bed are the most powerful time of your entire day. I don't care what time you go to bed. Those last 10 minutes, what you take in and those last 10 minutes before you go to bed are the most powerful. Now, I'm going to explain the science behind that. You take it in. Okay. You go to sleep. So that you've been working mostly from your conscious 7%. When you go to sleep, the 7 gets to rest, and the 93 is alive, right? They're pumping. The last thing you fed in is what you are processing all night while you sleep. Your defenses of taking in this information, and it goes right into your programming. So, saying your affirmations, you can lay in your bed and fall asleep saying them. Those 10 minutes are the most powerful. They also affect how you wake up. You'll see. When you wake up, I would like you to take another 10 minutes. Now, you'll read books like The Highly Effective Habits of Highly Successful People and Deepak Chopra, Oprah Winfrey. I could just go on and on and on and on. Anyone who is highly successful in life, and remember, success is not about money. Success is measured by each person individually. But people who are achieving things, who are getting things done, making a difference, they dedicate every morning. Everyone has a different routine, but they all have a routine that involves mindset. Working on their mindset, setting their intention for the day. Now, I'm not going to talk to you about setting your intention for the day, because I don't want to get things confused here. I want you to stick with just these affirmations for now. Pick an affirmation. It doesn't have to be the same one from the night that you did at night. If you do, though, then you're just getting that programming in, which is good. I want you to spend 10 minutes doing that affirmation. Now, you can do it in the bathroom while you're brushing your teeth, taking a shower. You can do it before you even get out of the bed. You can do it while you're eating, whatever. Spend at least 10 minutes letting that affirmation run through your head. And if you so choose, I know I do this, let it run. Pick an affirmation for the day and let it just run through your head while you're doing stuff. I'll pick one that I have for like when I'm washing dishes or when I'm doing this or when I'm doing that. That's the name of it, Kathleen. Thank you. That's right. So take an affirmation. The more you do it, it starts to feel better. You become accustomed to it. It doesn't feel awkward. And as it starts to feel better, now it's being really accepted. And when you're feeling good and you're still saying it and putting it in, that is rewriting your inner program. So now, wherever it said not good enough and you have replaced it with, I am good enough. I am worthy. I am deserving. You may not know what aspects of your life that's going to improve. You may think you do. But I guarantee you, you're going to find a lot of other ways that feeling like that affected other stuff. It's one of your filters. It's how you experience the world and how you respond to the world and react to it. You change that filter, changing that programming. Okay. Some people, I am going to say, meditation. Meditation. I suggest, for those who don't regularly already have a meditation habit, remember our habits, our behaviors also come from here. Go on YouTube and type in guided meditation or affirmations for whatever aspect of life you would really like to work on. So whether it is for success, abundance, prosperity, health, career, peace, some people anxiety, whatever. listen to it. Now, they're going to tell you that you really listen to it for at least 30 days. It takes sometimes, and it's not the same for everybody. But when you're doing it this way, as opposed to hypnosis sessions, it does take time. It is repetitive time, okay, to learn a new habit. And you want this new information to go in and become your new habit, your new way of thinking I am, your new way of your potential, the new way of your behaviors. So repetition is how you learn something. Repetition. So go on YouTube and pull up some guided meditations or guided affirmations, and you can listen to those. I do every single day. Every day. And I have to tell you, if I don't, like if I have an off day and I got up late and my family got up and I didn't have that quiet time in the morning and I feel off. I usually end up going, hey guys, I'll be back. And I'll go check, hang out in my bedroom and listen to my favorite, okay? I do recommend out there is Jason Stevenson. You can get Wayne Dyer. You can get Louise Hay. You can get Bob Proctor. There is so many. Type it in. If you have any questions, if you find one and you want to shoot the person's name to me, I'd be more than happy to let you know my take on their work. All right? And visualizing. Okay, guys, you don't have to actually see it in your mind's eye. Okay? Not everyone's visual. But even if you can't visually see it, you're going to feel it. Okay? Just like if you close your eyes right now and you do that lemon again, remember the lemon? Okay? You're not seeing the lemon, but your body's reacting. Right? So in your mind, I want you to go with what it is you desire. What would you look like in your ideal life? What would your surroundings smell like? What would you be hearing? What would you be feeling? Okay? Really, like pretend you're in your ideal life and you're right there at that moment, whether it's the relationship or your job or your house, whatever. And I want you to close your eyes and pretend you're there. You are right there and feel it. Okay? Again, your mind doesn't know the difference between past, present, and future. So if you spend time every day, again, before you go to bed, perfect time. When you get up, great time too. Anytime. The more you do that, the repetition with that energy vibration just keeps going out, and it ups and it ups and it ups and it ups and it ups, and life will realign itself to match your vibration. Honest. And one of the last ways I'm going to tell you about manifesting and working on your mindset is what we call the 5x55 method. I'm going to explain the science behind why this works. But basically, you're going to write out in present tense what it is you desire. I am thrilled. I am the new director at blank. I am so happy. I love my home. Whatever it is, it feels great to drive my ideal car, my dream car, whatever it is. I am in absolute bliss in my romantic relationship, whatever. You write that out, present tense. You're going to write it out 55 times for 5 days in a row. Here's the science behind that. First off, you're writing. That's action. That right there was action. You're taking those baby steps. Number one. Number two, as you're writing it, okay, it starts to feel better and better. At first it might feel a little awkward, but as you keep going, it feels good. That vibration, what does that do? That puts that frequency out there. It also, by writing it, it goes in here faster than just speaking it. That's why when you were a kid in school, they would have you write the vocabulary words. They would have you write your math and this and that. They have you write because science has shown that when you write something out, okay? So those are some ways that you can right now, tonight, start reprogramming, changing your mindset, start getting rid of those limiting beliefs, and start working your way towards what it is you really desire. If anyone has a question, please, you can ask me now, or for those watching the replay, do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can message me here on Facebook at Lightworker Erin Koczur. You can email me at erinkoczur@gmail.com. You can call me directly at area code 908-386-2650. I am Eastern Time, located on the East Coast. And, you know, if you found this helpful and you're ready, you know, you're saying, wait a minute, I got choices? Okay. And you want to discuss what those options are, find out if you're a good fit for my program, please reach out, okay? I'm going to post a link that you can go and schedule for your own free one-on-one call with me while I find out what it is you're looking for and if it is a good fit for the program. And honestly, I hope you take this information tonight and apply it in your life. I also hope you share it with somebody else that you know could use it. Too many people are not living. You're either surviving or existing. I've been there, and it sucks. And I don't want that for anybody. You're very welcome. So please apply those things right away. And anyone that has questions, get in touch with me. More than happy to help you with that. And again, for those of you that are ready, you ready to say, no more. I'm going to change my life. It is time that I'm just going to invest in me. You know, we're so accustomed to immediate gratification. And there's nothing wrong with that. I go to a restaurant on those nights that I don't feel like cooking for immediate gratification. I didn't have to go food shopping. I didn't have to prep the food. I didn't have to clean up the food. I don't have to, you know, all of this. Absolutely. However, there are some things in life, you know what? When you do it yourself, that's the way it should be. So I look forward to speaking with you. And I thank you all for being here with me tonight. And I wish you every joy and every blessing. Get in touch with me. I want to hear in about a week or two how applying these have changed your life. Because I know, I 100% guarantee, if you do this, you will see the changes. Good night, everybody. Be well.